Welcome to another episode of Let's Go Candid with URJA. In today's episode, we have someone who started working at the age of 16. He is an entrepreneur by profession, a four times TED Talk speaker, one of the top five young influencers of India, and the youngest Indian to speak at the United Nations Assembly. He is none other than the CEO of Shamani Industries, Mr. Raj Shamani. Welcome, sir. It is really honorable for us to have you here. You are truly an inspiration for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. I'm really glad that you guys considered me worthy enough to be the part of this interview.
Yes, sir. You are really an inspiration. Like, we are following you, so we know that you give such great advices.
Thank you.
So, sir, this interview consists of two segments of questions which are prepared by the team. So, shall we begin with the first segment of questions?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
First question. Sir, we know that you believe in personal branding, and in today's world, social media has been a major game changer. So, according to you, how has the emergence of social media platforms affected your personal branding?
Absolutely. I think I started my journey of personal branding with social media at first because uh, okay, so I was focusing on my personal brand offline as well, but my brand started to amplify. And when I learned about what personal branding stands for, what a brand means, what does it mean to have a trust of people who are looking up to you for a specific reason, at that time I only understood when I was on social media. So I think that has helped me a lot. And I think this is, I want to say to each and every one of the people who are listening or reading this, that if you're not on social media games, you need to buck up and start getting in this, start learning about all of this, because it's not only about having number of followers. It's about showing who you are and your authority in front of the world. There are so many things which we all have. There's so many messages inside us. And if we are not putting that out in front of the world, what's the point of having any message inside us? And social media is at one medium which is allowing us to spread our messages to a larger audience. So I think we should definitely use this. We are grateful because our parents didn't have this, our grandparents didn't have this. So I think it's a blessing right now.
That's really amazing, sir. Like, hearing someone this positivity about social media. Like, there are people who are just saying negativity about social media platforms, that they are just like, you should focus on studies. But hearing this is really great from you.
See, okay, that's my problem with most of the people, right? That's people focus on negative things. Like, okay, so people talk about negative points of a specific thing which they don't understand or they feel they lack at. Whoever is making full use of this particular opportunity won't say anything wrong about it. Whoever is not able to use it are the people who are actually focusing on the negative things about it. Everything has a bad side and a good side. Studies has a bad side and a good part, right? Social media has a good side and a bad side. Schooling have a good side and a bad side. There are so many things. You can't tell me one thing which has only good sides. So my game is start focusing on the good side, right? Because social media has helped us grow and evolve as people. When was, how was it possible? Like, can you think of an era where you would be able to find someone who's sitting in Mumbai in some other corner where you guys are not present? How, like, how will you reach out to that person to get the kind of answers which you are looking forward to? It's only because of social media.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What, like the careers which we have today, videographers, copywriters, social media influence, like content creators, your, there are so many careers which were just gotten because of social media. You can literally just stalk people and give that data points and analysis to companies and make living out of it. So this is a blessing right now. And I think anything which is helping people do what they love and helping them make money by doing what they love is something which is really positive to me and is getting good change in the world. And that's what social media is doing with the world.
That's really amazing, sir. So, moving on to the next question. Since you are a content creator, So, how do you divide your time delivering ideas and creating them?
I create as soon as I get the idea. That's what I do. My why is very different. Most of the content creators have different whys. My why is very simple. I believe that each and every human being knows what they want to do in order to achieve something. If you want to, let's say, if you want to become topper of your school, you know that you got to study hard and understand concepts better than anyone else. If you want to get fit and get six pack ab or six ab pack, however you call it, if you want that, you know that you need to wake up early, eat good, and sleep best. That's what you got to do. We all know that if you want to start in the world of entrepreneurship, then you need to start selling the goods or the ideas which you have right now. So I believe that each and every person, we all know what we want to do, but we need constant daily reminders so that we can stick to the motivation, to the destination where we want to go. So I am, as a content creator, I am your daily reminder. That's all I focus on. So I don't want to create any like a weird or like a crazy innovative kind of content. I just want to be a soft daily reminder that, hey, bro, you got it in you. You need to get up and start doing the goddamn work. Because without work, no matter what people tell you, you won't be able to make it. And that's all I want to do. So that's my why. And if I think it of this way, I just look at my life. I look at my life at what is stopping me today to actually create content and speak to the world. And whatever that thing which is stopping me, I create content on that. So that's a story. Then there's that aligns with my why, and then that's the message which I put out in front of the world.
That's really a great advice. I'm gonna follow from today itself. Like sometimes I get lazy, but now I know what I have to do.
Thank you.
So you have mentioned in one of your TED talks that there are 86,400 moments in a day, which can be fruitfully utilized
Absolutely.
only if laziness does not get in way. So there are a lot of times that people does not tend to recognize these opportunities. So what, according to you, should be the best way to recognize them and take action towards them?
Get uncomfortable. People get lazy when they're comfortable. Tell me a place where you're comfortable in and you're like, tell me a place where you're uncomfortable and you're lazy. You only get lazy when it's winters and you are in your blanket, you don't want to get out.
Yes.
Tell me one time when you have like you feel like you just want to sleep on your bed when there's extremely hot, it's sunny out there, you just want to stand out in the sun and wahan pe you feel like aaj main yahi so jata hu ya so jati hu. You don't want to be lazy there. You're like, oh my God, let me just run back home and let me get the water and let me sleep there. Right? You will never be lazy when you're uncomfortable. So when it comes to life, you need to figure out the points. What is making you uncomfortable? Is your life right now is making you uncomfortable? If yes, then you'll work hard to change that one particular thing. If it's comfortable and you're okay with being the kind of life which you have right now and you're comfortable in that situation, then great. You don't even think to start working. You don't even have to force yourself to work because comfort is what we all seek for. So if you're comfortable at your position, don't even force yourself. But if you feel that the current state which I have right now is is not something where I want to stay for the rest of my life. I have bigger dreams. I want to push myself one level up or 10 levels up. I want to go to another level. I want to achieve my peak performance. I want to inspire people. I want to impact lives. I want to do so many things. I want to get like it's going to be as basic as I want to get rich. I'm not happy with my financial condition right now. I want to get filthy rich. I want to make a lot of money. Now, this thought, this why, like what do you want, should make you uncomfortable every moment. And if that's not making you uncomfortable, let's say if you want to become rich and you feel that you're poor right now, you feel that you don't have it enough. And if not having enough is not making you uncomfortable, then I don't know what will. If you feel like you have a message inside you and you need to inspire hundreds of people out there, and if that thought which is not making you uncomfortable, that oh, there are hundreds of people who are misguided and are being cheated by a lot of other people on the internet where they're spending endless money by falling into rich quick schemes, you need to change that. If that thought of 100 people getting misguided by other people is not making you uncomfortable, then I don't know what will. So at the end of the day, everyone who's lazy, my only thing is Start working towards a why, which is making you very uncomfortable at the moment. And until you reach that point, you won't get your comfort, because comfortable is equals to laziness.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. So, as we all know that your unique marketing technique contributed towards the prosperity of Jadugar and then eventually Shamani Industries. So, we would love to know the concept of such a great marketing technique, sir.
Marketing technique number one, which stands for me, is care. Most of the people believe that they want to sell stuff out there. They want to become the creative, the crazy person. They want to put out the best slogan, a lot of things. No, you just need to care for your target customer or your potential customer or your customers. Caring is the best strategy. When you start thinking in this way, you will start doing things differently. My only thing was, I want to make people feel that I care for them. And I literally do. So when somebody, let's say, if one of my distributors, he wants to buy, that's what my dad taught me. So if a, let's say, raw materials prices are going to go up from next month, I ask my distributors to buy it from today, so that they don't have to pay extra price for the same thing, which they can do it, which they can do today. When prices are going to get down next month, I tell them stop right now. Even though I have bought it in high price, I don't want you guys to, you know, buy it in high price. I want you guys to pay the low price because you deserve that. I care for you, because if I have lost money, I don't want you to lose money. So that's caring strategy. That's it. So my whole intention, that's what my dad has taught me, that if you care for your people, that's the best marketing strategy in the world. And that's what I did for every goddamn thing, whether it comes to social media, whether it comes to my distributors, whether it comes to my channel partners, whether it comes to my team, whether it comes to my customers, everyone. I just showed them that I care for you. And everything where I told them, every point where I told them that, listen, you will never be cheated. I'll always give you the best product in the market. I'll always give you the best price in the market. And I'll always be there for you every time you need me. And once you combine all these four factors, nobody can stop you. Your marketing strategy is out of the moon. Just care for your customers. That's it.
So, is that the USP of Jadugar?
Absolutely. That's the USP of everyone who works in Shamani Industries. Every person who I know has is associated with my brand name, with my company, with my product, everything. So whether it's Jaadugar, whether it's Shamani Industries, whether it's Raj Shamani, whether it's my social media content, whether it's my courses which are going to come out, whether it's my book, everything relates and revolves around one thing, that's care. We care for you.
That's really amazing, sir. Like, truly amazing. Moving on to the next question, sir. Sir, you post content that motivates people. So there must be times when you feel demotivated. So how do you lift yourself up from that situation and gain motivation to work on the content again?
There are a lot of points. I won't lie that I don't feel demotivated. Sometimes when you're not getting the reach, sometimes you're not getting, but you got to realize, right? What's the alternative? You have to think that what's the alternative? If you are, if you're demotivated and your things are not working as per your plan, things are not working as per the work you have been putting, what else can you do? You can either try again, you can tweak it, change it, then try again. You can fail, try again. You can stop for 1 month and then try again. Because at the end of the day, if you want to reach somewhere which you're where you are not right now, you have to try again and reach there. There's no other thing. So even if you're demotivated, I have a very simple thing that I ask myself this question, bro, even is this demotivation phase of 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year going to help you at all? If yes, then stick to it. If no, then get up and start working again. Because there's no other alternative than to be motivated and be optimist about that, about the fact that tomorrow is going to be better than today. And that's the only motivation I have. Like, if I won't do something today and if I be unmotivated about it, then tomorrow is not going to be better than today.
Okay. And so, what about the negative comments? Like, we see a lot of negative comments coming on social media, like to the
Yeah.
content creators.
Yeah, I get a lot of them as well, but it's just fun. It's part of life. We started with the point with the fact that so many people say negative things about social media, something which is a blessing out there, which is helping people during the pandemic to stay sane, to see the world, to talk to their friends, to talk to their family, relatives, everyone. Something which is a blessing right now is getting hatred, is getting all the abuses. Then who are you? And who am I? Right? I am so obviously gonna get it. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, Instagram, these people get hatred. I read someday somewhere like the heroes right now, police, which is helping us a lot, they are getting hatred. COVID workers in the hospital, doctors, they are getting hatred. Who are we? The angels which are saving every one of us are getting hatred, are getting negative comments ki, oh, ye to jhoot bana dete hain, jhoot bol bol ke pakad ke leke ja rahe. And I'm like, what? So if they are getting backlash, if they're getting hatred, if they're getting negative comments, then who are we? So it's a part of life. There are some people, it's not that, it's not you who's who are out there, which who can't control their emotions and anger is something which is disturbing them. That's why they're putting it out there. So it's their fault, not yours. Let them do whatever they want to do. You focus on your work.
Amazing, sir. Moving on to the last question of this segment. There are a lot of students out there who cannot decide as to what career path they should take. They always get caught up between the monetary aspects of the thing and their passion. So, what, according to you, how should we face this dilemma and what logical path should we take at this instance?
You should start whatever you want to do. You should start wherever you are. Stop thinking about money. Because I tell you one thing, I'm not saying that money is not important. Money is very, very important. Okay. But tell me one field where if you are good, you can't make money. Tell me one field. There's no field, no department, no category where if you're good, you can't make money. You can make money in everything and in anything. It's just that you need to be good at. So if you're interested in something, then your chances of getting good at that one particular thing is much higher than something which you're not interested in.
So,
Start getting good, start getting better at something which is of your interest, and money will come. Because there's there's no field where money is easy, and there's no field where money is extremely difficult. It's
yes,
just
sir.
you who gets to decide whether you will be able to make money or not make money. It's you. So it's your skills. I know so many engineers, right? I have They work at 15, 16, 17,000 a month. They're mechanical engineers. And I know so many engineers who are running the world like Sundar Pichai. I know so many dropouts and failures who are struggling right now working as house help somewhere and not being able to make like 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 as basic salary for a month. But I know so many dropouts who are running the biggest of the biggest companies in the country, are the founders of unicorns. It all depends on how do you use your interests, your skills, your talent, your hard work in one particular field. So stop thinking about, oh, मैं CA कर लेता हूँ, उसमें बहुत पैसा है. No, if you're a fucking loser CA, then nobody's gonna pay you. You
Yes,
need to be a really good CA in order to make that kind of money.
yes, sir.
So you need to figure out what are you good at and what are you interested at, because every field has money.
That's really amazing, sir. This 25 minutes of interaction with you already motivated me a lot. Thank you, sir. Your answers were really inspiring and candid.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Uh,
Abbas.
I was listening with undivided attention, honestly, and it is needless to say your answers were enthralling and inspiring.
Thank you.
Sir, only you are a person who can motivate us in 25 minutes, as it was already mentioned by Vritti. Only you are the one who holds this kind of a power.
Thank you.
We will now proceed to the next segment, which is the rapid fire round, whenever you are ready.
I am ready, ever ready, 24/7.
Okay, sir, the first question. How would you describe your journey in 3 words?
I am Raj Shamani. These are four words, but you can say Raj Shamani is one.
The journey of Shamani. That's actually a very interesting one because Shamani is a person we always look up to. Next question. If you had an autobiography, what would its name be?
Story of my lies, a true story.
That's incredibly beautiful. Honestly, I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Oh, I'm
Also,
writing a
sir,
book, by the way, so soon it's gonna come out.
I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait. Also, sir, you mentioned about few courses coming up. What
Yeah,
about
this
those?
this by the this by this weekend, my courses are coming out. It's on the basis of how can you speak every time so that it influences people, whether it's online, offline, whether it's social situations, it's Zoom calls, colleges, presentations, selling skills, investor pitch, talking to a girl, talking to a guy, everything. How
Honestly,
do
sir,
you
this
influence
is
people every time you speak a word?
this is in need of the hour, sir. Honestly, because during COVID, we all have experiences struggling to start a conversation with people. Moving on, which is more important for you, quality of life or quantity of life?
Quality, absolutely. I want to be
That is
extremely happy when I die, whether it's today, tomorrow, or 10 years or 100 years later. I genuinely want to be happy. I don't want to be sad when even if I'll be more than happy to die tomorrow with smile on my face rather than die with sorrow when I'm 100 years old.
that indeed gives us a new perspective in life. As it is said, life should be large and it should not be long.
Yeah, life should be
Sir,
small or
next
large,
question.
doesn't matter.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Next question. Three business personalities who inspire you.
Gary Vaynerchuk, Mukesh Ambani, and Richard Branson.
That's a great choice, sir. Moving on. What is your greatest fear and how did you overcome it?
My biggest fear is that I'll be irrelevant. I I'll be useless forever. I won't be able to make a dent in the universe. That was my biggest fear when I was in 11th standard. That's why I started doing everything to make my dent out there to so that I can be relevant in front of people. And that's my biggest fear even tomorrow and even today. That tomorrow I'll be irrelevant if I don't continue if I if I don't continue doing what I'm doing right now. So that's my biggest fear. And I only overcome it by putting my every blood, sweat, and effort and time and money into making myself relevant for the world. And that's why I keep want to inspire and impact people. And that's why I'm working towards a bigger why. That's how to talk to anyone and how to create wealth. If these are the two things which every individual can understand, then I think the world can be a very beautiful place.
Indeed, sir. But you are helping create lives better every day, millions of lives. And your words will surely help us overcoming our fears. So, next question. A thing you hate about public speaking.
A thing I hate about public Zoom calls. Without a doubt, man. Like now I have to speak in front of public, and now public has become Zoom. So I hate it. I used to love stages. I used to love every inch, everything about public speaking. And I hate live calls. I hate because half of the time I'm asking, oh, can you repeat? I lost you. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Honestly, sir, we would have loved to have a personal interaction, but COVID-19
Yeah,
ruined our
I know.
plans.
But that's the only thing which I hate right now about public speaking, nothing else.
Exactly, sir. Okay, sir. Next question. One business tip to the youth out there.
One business tip, start learning how money functions. How do you create money? How people create money? How the market works? That's all. And that's number one. I think I want to give two tips. One
Sure, sir.
is how wealth works and how you can make money work for you, or wealth works for you. It's about mindset. I'm not asking you to don't confuse me here that you need to understand stock market and stuff. Don't. I'm not saying that. I'm just asking you how an individual can shift themselves from spending mentality to investing mentality. That is what I'm trying to say. So how do you invest? How compound interest works? How can you create wealth? That is the mentality I want to do. That's one. And number two, I want each and everyone to be well equipped so that you know how to talk to anyone in any situation. So these are the two top business tips, because if you know how to talk to people, then you can sell, you can raise investments, you can sell your products, you can inspire your team, and you can technically do anything in everything you want. You can create content to go viral. Anything you need for your business can be done by just talking efficiently, by becoming a better public speaker. Anything and everything.
Undoubtedly, sir. This tip is surely an asset to the youth, and personally, I am going to implement this in my life. Next question. Last but not the least, what advice would you like to give to all the college students out there?
Number one advice I want to give to every college student is stop looking for advices. You don't need any advice. Everybody is going to give you the same goddamn advice. I'm not going to be different. Your father is going to give you the same thing. Your mother is going to give it. But also, Betty Auntie B is going to tell you the same thing. And Jeff Bezos is going to tell you the same thing. Everybody's going to give you same advices. What you need to do better is you start doing something. And then when you get stuck at one point, you pick up that point and make that problem statement your problem statement, which you ask to someone who's already been to the path where you are today. Let's see, you want to become a public speaker. You want to become better at communicating, right? You tell me you ask me what's the best tip for public speaking. I'll tell you the same goddamn thing which every other person is saying. But if you tell me that I am doing, like, I've done tens and thousands of courses, I've read so many books, now I've spoken at my college as well, and I'm really good. But I am struggling right now to start speaking impromptu. I'm struggling right now to start instantly and come up with better things. And that is a specific problem which somebody who's already been through your path can help you with. If you tell them, oh, I'm a good public speaker, but I can't go in a networking event and talk to people. Can you suggest me things where I can talk to someone who's of high caliber, who's a VIP or as an investor? How can I reach out to them? So stop looking for advices and start coming up with problem statements. And that is the number one advice I want to give to everyone. Stop advices ka ye, I don't know what's the obsession is this youth has. कि हमें ये advice चाहिए, वो advice चाहिए, इसका चाहिए, उसका चाहिए. Nothing's gonna work out. मैं वही बोलूंगा जो सब बोलेंगे और सब वही बोलेंगे जो मैं बोलूंगा. और तुम्हें already पता है क्या करना है. Come up with better problem statements, not advices. Don't seek advice.
For sure, sir. With this wholesome statements, I would like to state a few words before we wrap up. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to host you and have a fun interactive session with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
I had always dreamt of meeting you once in my life, honestly.
Definitely. Once COVID gets over, we shall meet.
For sure, sir. And also, not only the members of URJA, but the whole Shri Guru Gobind Singh College of Commerce is esteemed to have you here with us.